Alright, well, it's trying to auto frame. I've got the microphone now. We'll see if this ultimately sounds a little better. Right? Does it? We'll see what happens there. I'll try and enunciate a little bit more for you. Because I clearly, right? But we're going to go over and get my meds and everything. I'm a phaser boy. As I get blown out like a motherfucker in that fucking sun. Yeah, this is why we did this though. This is why we got this lens. But yeah, just really make it dark there. Got a little add-on lens to my lens. I know, right? It's got natural colors. There's like a stop thingy. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing. I found it worth it myself. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, well, I kind of want to go into this. Yeah, I kind of do, right? So it's like, I might as well just a little, just a bit there, So there's that. But I'm like, all right, well, I got the DJ Mini microphonies, and like, why not scream at you? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm hoping that ultimately it's actually pretty good for what it's worth. I mean, I spent a good amount of money for me to do this, so sort of what it is, Probably reduce the amount of stop that I have going on there as I continue trying to look behind me with this rear view mirror that just wants to move everywhere but to the rear view. I need to get a new mount. It's a whole fucking thing and a half, honestly. As I continue to readjust everything, as it's supposed to automatically do this, but it doesn't. That's what I've noticed. So it just doesn't do it very well. That's the facts. Like the standard camera app is on my phone, not very good, sadly. You know what I mean? And now it's blurry. What's this blur about? What the fuck? Alright, yeah. Hi there. Yeah, no, you want to auto zoom that hard on my ass? Okay, dude. Like, what the fuck? Not even gonna go over into that lane anymore. That lane's gone for us. I actually need to get over to Pine Top Lakeside sooner rather than later. That's a whole thing, right? So there's that, and I'm like, I'll just send a picture to my parent. I can do that. They're growing tomatoes. I'm helping them with the watering and all of this other stuff. So I'm like, okay. Well, Meanwhile, hat hair over here is hat hearing like a crazy lunatic. I tell you. Yeah. So the moon has like no face on it. There's no pattern there ever, and it's coming to hit us. And it has a ginormous knife behind its back. It's always in the dark side of the moon. Okay, right? And it's like, man, I don't think you're right. But if that was to be the case, I would also be afraid. I'll be honest with you. So originally this all grocery store, air fried up, some curly fries. Same shit, really. Curly fries are better than waffle fries, unless it's seasoned. Which tastes basically the same. It's really more of a point of preference, it seems like. Alright, we're going to go straight through. It's top of like 9. Go for the 4th avenue here. I'm just going to drive right through. Right? Whole thing. Can you hear me? Can you hear? We're not going anywhere but Pine Top Lakeside now. I I'm also a person that's fine with slurping sounds. If you didn't know, that's a thing for me. There's two kids over there just fucking standing in the middle of the road. I was like, fucking get out of the road, you fuckers. Jesus Christ. Ah! And they're like, part. Okay. Thank you, I guess. Fair. See, it does auto adjust. Okay. Yeah. Well, it can focus a lot more with more brightness. Whee! There's a dip there. It's an old dip. It's not like the potato chip dips. It tends to screw up your front end of your car. Man, bastards. Where are my potato chips? I came here, I heard there was dip. Right? I'm like, no, I just meant I was going to destroy your car. No! What did my car do to you? What did I do to you? What did any of this... Look, man. This shit's expensive. Look, and I'm actually freaking out. I should really talk about that. For what it's worth. I'm making jokes and everything, but like, no, it's not wonderful for all intents and purposes here. It's not that great, right? Like, life has been better for sure for me. And that's just the facts, right? But like, you know, I'm gonna try. I'm going to keep trying. I'm gonna keep doing that. Because like, yeah, what else can you do, right? But like, yeah, no, I do. I worry about my car, right? Like, I'm like, fucking shit, this is my only way out. If my car has a problem, I'm gonna get fucked. I can live out of my car for a while. Only for a while, though. But like, still, I could do it. You know? And like, that's a thing. Considering, like, what the country seems to be going through. It goes up to 64 stops. Yeah, I don't know what that really means other than its exposure level of like certain amounts of, you know, light coming in, right? It's got 64 stops of fuck off light. Go away. It's a 49 millimeter lens add-on. I got the 8-pixel. I'm pretty sure it's the 8-pixel. Yeah. A little camera phone add-on guy. It's a 39 or fucking, what is it? Some 30 something or 17 some millimeter with the 7 millimeter. Like, there's this tiny guy and then there's this slightly larger guy. And I bought the one that's got both of them, right? And it's just like a little spread out open guy that clamps onto your phone, but then you can screw on the lens, right? And it's actually really good, I gotta tell you. Worth it if you're into that kind of thing, yeah. No, your phone cameras are not that bad for what it's worth. Now, granted, I only have a Samsung Galaxy S23 base model. There's no frills here. There's nothing, right? My parents got it for me because Cellular One was like doing something with their cell towers. And so, like, my old as fuck phone that I had when I was homeless just stopped working. And then, like, my parents also got me this other one, the A51 or something like that. Okay, you know, just my fucking... Can you look at my face, you little fucker? Wow! Yeah, no, like, hey, can you see me? Can you see... You can see me at this point? Can you see? See the stopper? Like, all of a sudden my teeth are this white washed out kind of thing, right? And like, you can pick out details even though the fucking car is moving and shit. It's like, oh, well, that's probably the right call right there, right? Anyways, it's mostly meant to be used for the 50 megapixel kind of camera on the rear. You know, it's just, they don't have like a little tiny display, so that way I can actually use it for that. I only have the front-facing display with the front-facing camera, which does more than enough for some things, but not that wonderfully, annoyingly enough, right? So it's like, you know. But the point is it's worth it, especially if you have a better camera on your phone. If you have a better phone and you have a better camera on your phone, it's probably worth argument. That phone probably can do this just fine. For most of your photography needs, for like basic kind of phone, stuff in a car, basically, right? Nothing too extreme or out of the ordinary, but at the same time, like it kind of somewhat is, I suppose, right? Like, hey, this costs like a good amount. What that costs? A pretty good amount. That's like $40 for the fucking the lens add-on, and then it's like fucking all of this just seems so cheap at first, and then you realize, oh, I spent a lot of money on a bunch of little add-on. I should have just bought like an actual camera. I don't know which one to buy, so I went and did this. You get a phone mount. That's a whole thing. Everything's gonna run through my phone. That's just what it is. Until I can figure out something on like the side of like I learn the things I need to learn, right? Yeah. So I'm probably stuck with that, but I love seeing all the other cameras everybody else has. Like they're really pretty cool. They're learning a little bit about cameras. It's like, ooh, spicy, Alright, fuck you with this auto exposure bullshit. Can you go fuck yourself like hard right now? What is that? Oh, I have a wide angle with a macro. And it's just fucking... I need to talk about that. Let's just get back to the subject, right? This is a stopper, like a natural. It's from, something like that. Right on Amazon, they're called like newer or something similar to that kind of name. Yeah, for their company. But they're not that bad. The 8 pixel doesn't seem that bad either for like phone camera add-on stuff, equipment, right? The lens flare is still kind of there. It's not really all that blurry. I think at that point it's just because it's moving on its mount like a good amount. It's got like a bunch of movement. It's trying its best to deal with that. I mean, for me, it's mostly the sound. Like, the sound was the bigger deal, for fuck's sake, right? Like, oh, and I have to edit this. I've been avoiding doing that and putting it out there for a while now. I don't know what to tell you, right? It's like, fuck, it's way too exposed, dude. Way too fucking exposed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking figure that one out. Person. Usually when you're a YouTuber, right, you set up everything ahead of time and then you decide to plan out a day to just use it the entire time. So I have to go get my meds. And I went, well, this is an hour drive. Why not? It's an hour-long drive, yeah. So there's that. You can't get them delivered? No. One of them, I have to go in person to go get that, yeah. Yeah, because I have ADHD, so, like, there's that. That kind of fun stuff. As the dog wants to be seen, of course, on the paycheck. Yeah, I already walked him. If you want to know, he's already gone poop, like, 4 times. Yeah, it's part husky, Right, tell you, he's absolutely sorry. Have you ever seen a husky in, like, one of those things that they pull you around with the sled, right? You see that they'll shit like 3 to 5 times doing that. Pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Genuinely. Yeah. But, it's 8 pixel and mirror combined together. Alright, it's a wide angle macro, 2-in-1 lens. It's the only one they sell. Like 49mm little lens stopper guy, and it looks really pretty good, especially for a front-facing camera. It's not that bad. DJI, we'll see. I tell you right now that initially, at least off of the just recording audio, when it does that versus my phone camera's app, right? It seems to not do it as well. Yeah, that sucks like that, but it's not the end of the world. It starts imagination, for sure. So, but, yeah, I definitely need to get like a little fucking screen or something. Figure out. Honestly, Like, this can still attach to something as a camera. Like, genuinely. This little lens I've got. But the problem is that it's pretty clearly meant for that size, for those sensors. So that's what I'm going to have to aim for. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. But, like, I don't have one of those. You know what I mean? Like, Raspberry Pi, that kind of camera sensor, right? Like, alright. Expensive shit. Every bit of it. You know, audio is expensive, camera is expensive. I don't have a problem with it. We're going to talk about how expensive that would be. But at my car, right? It's all circles back. You see what I'm saying? The whole thing. I get back to something and it just takes a little bit. It's the whole thing. Unless I forget it. I also do that too. But the point is it's like, oh, yeah, no, Snaps is gone. You know what I mean? This is the third worst county, not country, county in America. Yeah, the whole country. This is the third poorest in the whole country. I love it. It's an interesting problem. Right? But I'm like, oh, is it really good? No, Arizona is like one of the worst for mental health care. Like, outright. It's one of the worst. And then we're in the poorest one. You know, kind of places that you can be. Period, outright. For that kind of shit. Apparently, I'm maybe not going to have my benefits for access anymore. So there's that. So that's my insurance. Yep, I got that notification recently. I've been trying to work with the case manager on that one. I don't know what's going on there. I'm hoping it's good. I don't actually know. Okay, minivan. You want to go 48 and a 55 up the mountain? There's a no passing on you. Thank you for pulling over this side of the road. Appreciate that. Oh boy, yeah. Really? Yeah, because 48 is actually ridiculous around here. I mean, 55 alone for the scenic route in the mountains is already kind of slow. Well, actually, I catch most people doing about 65 around here. I don't really need to do that the vast majority of the time. I tend to stick to the speed limit. Or a little bit past, you know, around there, right? Because, like, fuel, it's expensive. I'm not even, like, one of the more extreme states for it, right? Like, oh, what are we in California where it's $5 a gallon because you got 98 octane? Oh, try 91. Ow! Oh, I need that extra 8. Fuck you, it's 7. No, give me 8 octane. Give me 8 more. I need 8 more. Imagine my left hand was there. I doesn't have to keep my hand on the fucking steering wheel. You are not as important as me not dying. So there's that, yeah. But like, if you want to know American Sign Language, that's the one for 8. That's what I remember. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 9, and 10 would be that. Yeah, or something like that. I forgot. It's been since I was in high school, and I'm 33. So, like, you know, it's a while ago. I just want to hit somebody really hard, you know, in the field box. Make them go, ow! Remember when that was like 2 decades ago? That incredibly pivotal time in your life that you still remember random things from? That helped secure like a lot of your personality traits for the vast majority of the rest of the decades you've lived up to this point? Well, it was a long time ago, let me tell you, old boy. Let me tell you, you dummy dumb. Remember when you used to be young like the rest of us? Fuck you, kid. Too bad, you know. I'm about to be 34 soon, too. I have a rural named after that age. thing is not 63. Oh, but I'm bumped. For those that know, yeah. If you know, you know, magic. But, yeah. It's a whole funny business. You know, being a person that feels like they haven't really changed much since they were single-digit age. Right? And then all of a sudden, it's like massively different. You're just expected to do all these things. I'm like, I could have done this at single-digit age. It's not built for me. That's fact. That's truth, right? Like, oh, driving this car? Yeah, I could have done that, but like, it's not built for me. It's not the right size at all. But I really wouldn't have had that much of a trouble at all doing this at single-digit age ranges. But to be fair, I mean, that's also coming from a perspective that it's like, and once you started doing it, it just got easier. Really just sort of like that. You know, like a kid they're not going to practice. They're not going to really do that, right, kind of thing. But at the same time, I'm like, they could do it. You know, the fact of the matter is, it's about as dangerous as a fucking adult that's just not paying attention. Seems like when they first start off. And then after that, it just gets a lot easier. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem nearly as hard. And like, that's the par for the course for like so many things in life. And I'm like, no, a kid could probably drive a car around. Is it safe? Yeah, it'd probably be safe if they could learn how to do it correctly. Sure. Can they? No, because the world's not set up for them. You know what I mean? It's just not. Like, you need to separate them. You know, like, I have snap needs. I don't care about your politics. I need food, bitch. What is this conversation? I came in here with food as the conversation starter, and we've changed this conversation. Can we go back to the food? I need that food. These fuckers are like, oh, we're gonna debate the kid. I'm like, no, fuck you. We know that that's true already. We don't care. None of that matters. The kids can do it. They're never, I shouldn't say never, but they're unlikely to change how they you know, do that. How they build cars and how they set up roads and all that. Like, oh, I need to go in the slow lane. Well, that's where the kids are. Yes, MVG, go burr up, burr up, burr up. Travel slower, I might get there a little later, but at the same time, I burn like literally a gallon less of fuel. That matters. Like a lot, right? Like that adds up. I would do that for a whole month. That would add up. Like every single trip, if I could save like even a pint, you know, what's a pint, right? Like a liter or something, you know. But like a quart or something, yeah. It takes like 4 quarts to equal a quart or something like that. You know what I mean? If I remember that correctly. So there's that. But I'm like, no, but what is this? What do you mean over here? What the fuck is this crap? Oh, you know, pish posh and tiddly twats and all that. What's tiddly twats? You know about tiddly twats? They're like toddlers, but like little kiddly. It's a whole thing, yeah. Like tots, whole thing. Like twats, yeah, they're little dicks basically. They're like little kids. You know what I mean? Acting annoying, yeah. You know, pish posh and all that. Like, oh, okay. Tiddly twats and all that, then to you. I don't want to deal with that guy. You know what I mean? It matters. Right? Hey, look, I'm just saying. So, I don't know. I get afraid. I do. I get anxious. I get fearful too, just like anyone else. I'm the same. There's not much of a difference between me and most people, I feel. But then again, people get all kind of weirded out by that one too, right? Because then they start listening to me and like, you're really cool and really smart. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Please comment that. I need the compliments. I almost never get them. Seriously. Like, please do that. Yeah. But like, you know, it's a thing, right? Because it's kind of this weird dichotomy almost, you know, like this separation of what you've got going on. Like, here's me, this person. It's like all I'm thinking about right now is my nose is running. I'm not kidding. Like I did this thing where I'm an adult, right? And I self-cared a little bit, and I went, yeah, I'm gonna go trim those nose hairs down with my nose hair trimmer. I'm old enough for a nose hair trimmer job. I can't get out of that one at all. I can't, right? Still runs. Fuck you, bitch. They're supposed to cut down on that, you little fucker. And I still don't have fucking food. Well, even though I'm going to have insurance later. It's a whole thing. I'm trying to get on SSI. We're like, well, I don't want to tell you anything, but, you know, there's probably some good looking out on that one. You know, I might get somewhere, right? So it's like, all right, I plan on going on vacation soon. I don't want to tell you too much about that because it might not actually happen, as I was trying to do that in December for my birthday. And, you know, I got to tell you, the answer is it's unlikely. It's unlikely. I want to leave this country, right? Get a citizenship elsewhere, because, like, who doesn't really? Especially in America right now, right? Like, I mean, come on. Come on! Is it blown out enough, but with my face being soft-lighted from all the reflections? Is it good? Is it good? Just a floating head and a big, bright body right now. Look at shit. Look at this. I believe, alive. I swear, you wouldn't know it maybe, but I swear I am. I'm just having a blast trying to do something to keep my brain from wanting to end itself in a way. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not great right now for me, and I need a little bit more than what I've got. I don't really have a way to do that. So there's that, and it's like, okay, well, but like still, I'm trying, right? So like this is a thing. I've been meaning to do this. I've been meaning to do the whole DJI, or whatever the fuck it is, you know, kind of microphone, because it really is terrible, the sound that my hearing aids apparently give, you know what I mean? That's a weird one, because that's what I recorded them originally for. I have another one that recorded without my hearing aids, and I'm gonna put that out. And then I have other ones that are this. This is the one that is currently right now recording, right? And it's like, oh, I have to go get meds. It's like right now, probably because my benefits covered them so far, right? For my insurance, my meds don't cost anything. They're covered right now. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, oh no, it's fine, yeah, for right now. So there's that, right? It's like, how is a person like yourself, who is definitely going through this on that end, no one else in YouTube land and more is going to have to deal with this the same way. This is entirely unique. You know what I mean? None of them have a single bit of their life that's like mine. That's just a fact. None of them have been homeless like me. None of them have been anything at all like me. Certainly nowhere near as intelligent as I am as well. That doesn't mean anything to me. To be fair, it really doesn't usually mean anything unless it's really kind of something I have to, like, you know, have mean something, right? Like, unless it matters for whatever that is, who cares? Intelligence means nothing. I've said it so many fucking times. It's like, it doesn't mean anything. What matters is that the idea is good. What matters is that can work. That's the ticket. Okay? Alright. But does that actually end up happening? Not really. No. That's what I noticed. This is the truth. Can you stop auto-framing on me? There's gonna be a whole effect, and you fucker have to pay attention to the road, you little bitch fuck. I hate you. Go. Stop doing that. Oh, now it turned off. Okay, that's good. Little bitch fuck. It's a thing. This phone has heard some nasty things said to it, and you know, it's really on Samsung. Not so much the designers, but more like some of those programmer sides of things. Like, their main camera is not great. right? Like their camera app is functional. That's all I can say about it, right? Like it's like there's nothing really there, man. Yeah, I mean, nothing really there. And I don't like that because it's like I'm switching off of like, hey, you know what, static facts here, static facts, or no, you guys are nowhere near like me. You know what I mean? Like you just haven't done that, and like I can gatekeep you a little bit. Like you've lived a lot of shit in your life, I guarantee you. But like I can gatekeep a little, just like you do. Like why not? Fuck you. You live out of your home called the tent. And then have some fucking kids that were playing some stupid ass softball or baseball game try and burn your tent down, along with effectively half the force, and a fucking fire brigade had to come over and just dump all the water and put the fire out. Back in, like, you probably didn't have to deal with that. All because there's a transsexual who happens to have, like, you know, a fucking opioid issue, right? And has to inject themselves every so often, who lives around near you, causing rumors. And it's like, fucking adults were around those kids and they didn't stop them at all. Like for real, it was an entire game going on, a baseball game, yeah. Just, no, not gonna do anything. Not even gonna try. Fucking okay. Almost lost all my shit then. That was the thing, I almost got stabbed. That was the thing. I had to almost stab someone. Still have that kitchen knife. That was an interesting time. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, fun stuff, right? In no real way, obviously. But, like, do stupid people think that way? Probably not. Right? Like, no, that was really cool. You got a lot of credit, you know, all this. No, please shut up, please shut up. This is not one of those fucking, oh, I got Michael from fucking The Office over here going, hey, you're really fucking goddamn. I really served all my time. You don't understand what it was like. Like, I wasn't even that bad. And that's the truth. For what it's worth. Like, there are worse people. In fact, one of the guys I stopped from killing himself later killed himself. Yeah, trigger warning. After the fact, right? But, like, yeah, no. You try to make up some nasty-ass rumors about me being a pedophile, right? And then he ended up offing himself after he admitted to actually doing that shit because of his, unfortunately, rather abusive, it was either his father or his uncle. It's a whole thing. His name is Derek. I only met the guy briefly. Rather intended to stop himself from doing things. And Scooby was all like, "Dad, I can do it, hang yourself." And I'm like, "Fucking dear Lord, you cunt! I don't care if you served for a tour. Go fuck yourself, dude." You know what I mean? Like one tour, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's all he was willing to tell me. Yeah, I mean, you didn't qualify for any actual, like, you know, veteran stuff because of that, right? But it clearly affected the shit out of him in a bad way. He's probably not in a great place to begin with before that point. So, like, there's that, you know, and that's the whole thing. I still have those recordings of going over that. It's about October, actually. It's fucking like 5 years ago when I recorded that. I'd just gotten out of being homeless again. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy. But, like, yeah, no, I had to emotionally process. Whoa, ho, ho, ho! Hold your horses. That thing you do in therapy, you can do it without needing to go to therapy after you learn how to do it. Crazy. But still, nevertheless, it's true, though. What it works out to be. Yeah. I know it works for him. I'm about to hit somebody right now. Stairs. Don't worry, Ty Gibson came back later anyway. I was thinking, oh, dude, but I do. I recorded this whole thing about like this fucking V8, V10, straight madness, just straight fucking crazy. It's a V10, I believe it was. I'll have to put it out there, get the editing done. My computer's currently borked as fuck. Every time I turn it on, it's just the moment I try and sign in, I'm gonna restart now. I'm like, I've turned you to all of the things or the stable factory defaults, and you still want to do this to me. Not okay with that. All I did, you know what I did? Nothing. I just updated some shit. That's it. All I did was update. I'm not okay with that. I'm now using a USB drive as my fucking clear CMOS button. You wanna know why? Because I just fucking redo the fucking BIOS every time. Like, maybe I should just go back on the BIOS. Yeah. Fuck off, though, but for real, And I decided to upgrade some of my audio stuff and all that, specifically so I could actually maybe properly edit. And it's like, thanks. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it fucking sucks. It sucks so much. I hate it. It's not great. So there's that. But we're back to food, right? I'm like, man, where do I go? I'm like, I don't know, but the north is always better. That's the truth. The further south you go, the less fucking healthcare you seem to get. And the only way that doesn't seem to be the case is if you're in the heartland of America. North Dakota is always going to be North Dakota, you know what I mean? It's not really a place for, good mental health care for what it's worth, and it's mostly just a bunch of farmland and very few actual big cities. So it's like, if you think about it, they're not really going to be able to do much, what it is. But is that a bad thing? Yeah, for me. For anyone that wants a really cheap bit of land and can do practically almost anything they want on it, no, it's not that bad. The only real issue with North Dakota isn't really so much price of certain things. It's the fact that there's almost nothing but that and a fuck ton of wind, and it's stupendously cold during the winter. There is nothing but ice there. It is basically right next to Canada, in the heartland of Canada, where it's pretty fucking ridiculously right-wing there too. So there's that. However, apparently you can get to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 20 C or something. And you go, like, that's not very hot. It's in the middle of the heartland of Canada and further north, Manitoba or something like that, yeah. The fuck? And it'll hit like 80 to more degrees Fahrenheit, right? Like, what the fuck is this? That's hot. That's warm. I mean, that's a pretty decently good day down here, but like, that's warm that far north. So there's that. But I just wanted to talk about that because it's like, I'm avoiding the shit out of this. I have nothing I can do. Like, literally nothing. Like, actually, I have nothing I can do. Like, what do you want to do? Fucking live in another country. You don't have the money for that. No, I mean, dick. Fair. You're right. Maybe I can seek asylum because, like, I'm disabled and I'm broke as fuck. And like, right now with what America is doing, yeah, no, that tracks. Like, they're gonna track after me, try and get my ass on something, whatever the fuck that is. I'll fucking figure out some bullshit basically to do on that side, because they retaliate against anyone, so it seems like, and they're just going after like basically anyone that might be disabled or any of that shit. So like, I've got a probably decent enough possible chance, kind of thing, right? And it's just like, I don't know. It's just challenging lighting conditions, I gotta tell you. Really a lot of movement here. It's a good thing I'm ADHD. This just stimulates me to pay attention. because otherwise it'd be a dick and I have to deal with it. Right? It's like, one of these, just stay consistent. No wonder why we just get soft lights and stay in like a studio and shit. You know what I mean? Or at least they do. My studio. You mean my apartment that's smaller than most studio apartments, but then over apparently in New York City you'd be paying like $2,000 for some shit like that? Oh yeah, no, if you were in the city, sure. Oh yeah, no, sure, yeah, for sure, yeah. Yeah, no, if you were in the city, yeah. Not anywhere else though. Oh, are you outside the city? Oh, and then like this is how expensive that shit is? Oh no, we're not doing that, no. That's ridiculous. Are you really? It's like, oh shit, it's under 1,000 square feet, I think. Like by a lot. Yeah. I think it's like fucking, I forgot what the hell they told me. I literally don't remember at this point, so you have to forgive me a little, guys. Fucking dicks. Why are you like that? Yeah. Point is, I'm like, I could get a tent. It's winter though. It's a summer kind of thing. Like I can get a couple of tents is really what that turns into, right? And from there, it's more like an inflatable tent and like, you know, some insulation, good couple sleeping bags, another tent on the inside of that tent, because like, yeah, it's pretty much how I did it when I was homeless-ish. Like how I did it when I was homeless was I didn't have another tent, so there was no other tent. But I wanted to get another tent because it would have helped, right? But others did do that, and it helped them. So instead, what I did was I layered everything with comforters and blankets on the top of my tent, so that way it would retain a good amount of its actual heat, at least a little. And then I lived out of that while spiders crawled on me and bit me, and little tiny hands and paws pawed at my fucking hair. And I was like, what is this? Oh, I'm not the only one. Yeah, like the roommate, my ass. The roommate. Other person in another tent in the area. But roommate, right? Like, whatever, right? But, you know. Yeah, she was dealing with, okay, the very same thing. There's badgers or skunks in the area. I'm pretty sure it's a skunk because it has a stripe on it and all that. Yeah. So there's that. But, like, yeah, they want to rummage around for food, and I didn't even know there was anything there. They just suddenly appeared. That's the thing. They weren't there from the first day I got them, or got there the first night I got there, right? They ended up just showing up, right? One of my favorite memories of my time there, though, was when I found a turtle randomly on this trail, because like we're near like this river, right? And right next to these train tracks, which I always like to come around at around 9 to 3 in the morning or something like that, 9 p.m., 3 in the morning, something like that, and just go through. I know, right? But it was that or getting killed. So there's that. Right? Like, no, I had another place and they were getting food and everybody really kind of wanted to stay there for that very reason, right? Except I got kicked out. That was where the guy that killed himself. You know what I mean? And I was like, nah, I'm not going to fight you because, like, you tried to fucking lie and say this other dude that was helping me, like, stole from you and he didn't actually steal from you. And then when I defended that, then you were all fucking weird. There's a whole bunch of shit there. You know, projection-y. I'm like, look, you're fine, dude. Like, I don't care. Shit's happened. I'm homeless like you. I don't care. Really? You want to say shit now? Okay. What a bitch. What a dick move. Completely on your part. Ah, fuck. I hate that guy doing that. But, like, it is what it is. But I found the turtle. I picked him up. It was a fucking snapper. It was a little snapper guy. It was like eat the shit out of you. Small guy, though. Probably only about that big. Truthfully, yeah. And I picked him up and put him right there in the river. He went and swam. It was fun. Caught a couple frogs. Did the same thing. Well, at least one frog, I think. For sure. You know? And that was fun. It's okay, you're gonna be okay. It's just that there's a yellow whole thing. I have to slow down. And they got me I was already kind of going a little fast. I'm supposed to be doing 45 right there. Right? I was going a little faster than that, so it's like, maybe I can make it. Nope. No, that's not gonna happen. We're fucking sure. So, like, dog had to eat that cost, unfortunately. It's 45 minutes in. I spent about 30 minutes trying to get all of this set up. I have no idea if it's gonna work. I just went for it. You know, microphone's at 50%. Just got it. Just like had it around for a little bit, and then finally, you know what I mean, decided to use it. No. Whole thing. But I'm like, man, if I could just go to another country. I mean, I have healthcare. It's cheap as fuck comparatively to what I have here. Food is actually reasonably priced. Gas is, who gives a shit? I can fucking public transport for once. You know, or get a bike. Just use like a bike, rent a bike for a brief period of time. What was that, like $1 for fucking 50 miles? Fucking jeez. It makes all the sense in the world. And like, no, yeah, I don't have access to any of that. It's a whole fuck you in a way, you know. And all it is me kind of going. And I live here in the South, and there's a reason why people from the South further down to where it goes past and start getting into this weird debate of like what's a side on the sphere, what's up and down relative to anything. We just use gravity, and we're like, there's this one we just all decided it's the north part, right? It's like nobody has north in space, really. It's just directionality, truthfully, relative to you versus whatever that is you're heading towards. Whole thing, you know. But anyways, yeah, they're coming up to where our state is, right? And it's like, because it's really shitty there. I'm like, I can't go further north. Yeah, I gotta go east or west, bro. Like, I gotta tell you, if you're trying to come here, it's probably not the right call. You probably do better for yourselves, truthfully, going to another country than America. Like, if you go further north and straight to Canada, you might actually get better results for what it's worth. Same thing if you can get to another country across the sea or ocean, really. You know, not sea, but like, I guess it's a sea in a way, because we call it sea level, not ocean level. I don't know why we do that, but we do that. That's an interesting phenomenon in a lot of ways, you know? We just name things, different things, but they're the same thing. But of course, the classification designation is totally different. A sea is like the Mediterranean. And like, yeah, no, the Indian Ocean is definitely a part of this other ocean, but that's just because they're within a certain distance to go pew-pew, and you will call it this. We can call them Gulf. I call it Mexico. Right, it's Gulf of Mexico. It's been Gulf of Mexico forever. They're like, eh. I'm like, fucking, oh, right, yeah. Right. Okay. Because they just decided to do it, you know what I mean? They were like, nah, no more. Yeah, I will actually. Oh, it's Trump. All right. I heard you got groped, too. That's not cool. Shouldn't be doing that shit. The fact of the matter is, though, that if you have your president that close to people and they ultimately grope them, but they didn't get killed or shot, here in America, I'm telling you right now, that's not really a thing. Like, that's a fucking far safer country than here in America. Like, America would literally be in an entirely different thing on that side, for sure. Right, they'd be going after the guy, sure. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, we all knew that. That's not what this is. No. That guy got beat the shit up. He got tortured. There was a black site. He got told to shut the fuck up. He probably got shot, tasered. Right, like all of the things happened to that motherfucker. And then they were like, and it never happened. Remember that. Yep, nope, didn't happen. It didn't, I swear. I agree with you. No, I got, well, fuck you, bitch. You're making it look like we're bad. No, I wouldn't want to do that. Don't think that. No, anyone out there, no. Like, imagine that Trump gets groped. It is a woman or a man, right? Fucker gets killed, dude. I really doubt that motherfucker's alive at the end of that, you know? So there's that. And just avoiding a conversation for what it's worth, right? With my own damn self. Because I'm like, man, I've done this before. I've had this conversation before I ever recorded anything. What do I say to myself, right? Like, how the fuck do you do this thing? You need to do all these other things. You're planning on, like, doing things for online stuff and becoming a content creator, at least a little. You know what I mean? Because you need to have a coping skill. You need to have a hobby. You need to pursue things. You know what I mean? And, like, everything's here. It's like, you really have got to leave this country. You can't stay here. It's not a good idea. It's objectively a bad idea. And in fact, the market's quite saturated. Online entertainment, content creation stuff is quite saturated right now. That's the facts. And what that means is, like, other countries have other websites, even if Americans, for some reason, don't even know that they exist. I only know of some. That's a whole thing, right? And so I'm like, yeah, that just means more likely chance of success. And then they're a lot more open-minded for a lot of the things I talk about and think about, right? So, but it depends on where you go. Like, it really isn't where they're more open-minded, which is the real truth of it. Basically the equivalent of, like, in America, reduction. Yeah, like, we reduced America down, boiled off all the water, and then stuck some more shit in there. Yeah, you fucking mean, right? Yeah, but that's essentially what they are at that point. I mean, a good way to put it is I never really thought Australia would turn into America. And then they went and banned, like, 16-year-olds from being online without telling them or teaching them what the fuck to look out for predators. And then the fact of the matter is they're not going to police anything online, which is the predators that they need to police. You know, they need to teach them about what to look out for, too, and they need to get that experience online in a safe enough way, which means parenting and policing the online. But that's not what they did. No, they went like, no. Okay. You want to come around there and run that by me again? Can I get a rundown on that there, Jimbo? Can you tell me what's going on here? Hey, yo, Jimbo, I need that rundown by sundown. You got a Baba Booey for me, eh? Baba Booey! I don't even know what a Baba Booey is! I don't know, man, but you'll figure it out. Fucking shit. You know, P. Diddy was in that fucking, that music video, right? With Lonely Island? You know, Sarah? Yeah, what's her, it's Rick and Morty. Yeah, she's the voice actress for Rick and Morty, right? Cool person, seems like. But, then it's also that, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, wait a second, where is this going? Yeah, because of the music video. And then if you know the music video, then it's like, oh, well, that makes a lot more sense, actually. In the music video that she was in with Lonely Island, there's like, I don't know, let's figure it out. I was like, okay, and then she gets a strap on and starts swinging her dick around. Whole thing. Yeah, about an hour. It says 54 fucking minutes. About an hour. I still have to go Walmart for certain things. You have to go buy fiber and the whole situation. I don't get enough fiber in my diet. I have a terrible diet. It's bad. Honestly, it'd be better if I just, like, fucking didn't do what it's not funds or whatever. I just can't get myself to cook. And that's the only thing I can afford half the time. So I bit the bullet and went, all right, I'll get pre-made things. I just have to heat them up on a pan or in a fucking microwave, right? And that didn't work either. It's a fucking thing. I don't know what the hell to tell you about fucking ADHD though, but like, dude, it fucking sucks like that. I can't get myself to cook. I just can't. And then I went, man, if Snaps was a part of like Factor or any of these other meal things and services, that'd be so advantageous for people like myself that have disability. Just because it's another thing that they don't have to pay attention to. Yeah, it's harder for them to cook in general, and I know that if it's like that for me, oh yeah, I know there are a lot of people that are disabled. It definitely is, right? But it doesn't change any of those things, or it's not a part of that. So there's that. Yeah. All right. As I keep trying to hit the stop, and it doesn't stop at all. It just doesn't at all. It's still continuing to record. I don't know why. Why don't you stop it? Anytime I can just stop doing things. This is what it looks like without that. Here's the camera. Let's see if it stops. It still doesn't stop. Still hasn't stopped. Still hasn't. No.